Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know who I am, my name is Lyra. I'm a working mom currently finishing a PhD in clinical psychology. In today's video, I have a bunch of bottles here, as you can probably see, that I'm going to review. Okay, you guys, I'm just going to disclaim this video by saying that I am not a midwife, I'm not a nurse or a pediatrician. I'm just a mom doing her best to make an informed purchase for my child. Now, as you can see, I have bought so many bottles and I have wasted so much money, and so I thought that I would make this video so you don't have to do the same and do an honest review of these products, because in my opinion, some of these products are a waste of money and they are super overrated. Now, if you are someone who has a baby who's got colic and you're looking for a specific bottle to meet your baby's physical needs, then please go see your pediatrician, as this video isn't intended for medical advice. I also just wanted to make the distinction between glass bottles and plastic bottles. Now, plastic bottles are, in Australia anyway, they're regulated to not contain any BPA or BPS, which is a harmful known carcinogen and endocrine disruptor. Now, whilst they are regulated to not contain these materials, they contain a material that they're primarily made of that's called polypropylene. Now, polypropylene is under research in terms of its impact on our health, but what we already know is that when it's leaked at higher temperatures, and by higher temperatures I mean warmer breast milk, being in the dishwasher, being in the sterilizer, they leak plastics that are really damaging to a developing brain. But the thing is, plastic is obviously useful for not breaking. So when I am out, I do use these so that when Lando drops them out of his pram, that they don't smash everywhere. So when I'm talking about these plastic ones, just know I use them really restrictively, and I highly recommend against buying plastic. They're just kind of convenient for places like daycare or places like shops where they can smash a bottle. The first brand that I am going to review is a brand that I actually don't have in front of me. It's called Medela, and chances are you have seen it. It is everywhere. It's in all supermarket stores. It's in all baby stores. It's the most popular brand of breast pumps and baby bottles. Now, I found this brand to be absolutely atrocious. So firstly, my experiences with Medela was when I bought all of their equipment for my newborn. I bought the bottle. I also bought the most expensive breast pump available. Now, when I bought this, the third time I believe using it was when it broke, and because I couldn't pump any milk out, I actually ended up getting mastitis from it. The quality of the bottle that they offer is shocking. It's almost rubbery when you sterilize it. It becomes so soft, and I've actually had experiences with this brand where that part of the bottle sinks when you sterilize it. And I think it was a microwave sterilizer, so it definitely shouldn't happen under those circumstances. That to me suggests that it is a completely unsafe brand to use for your baby, so I highly recommend staying away from it. What I got instead of that was this brand called Nook. Now, I don't think that they market a lot like the other brands, so this is a less common brand. It's sold in, I think it's sold in Australia in Big W and Baby Bunting, and it is the best. This breast pump is awesome. I believe that this is the Nature Sense breast pump, and it comes with the Nature Sense bottles. Nook has two ranges. So the first range is this Nature Sense range, and this came with all of my breast pumps. This is the tea. As far as the bottle itself goes, it is a really good quality bottle. And the thing is, you know how I said that you have to replace the bottle every 3 months to 6 months? With these guys, you don't actually have to throw them out. You can use them as food storage containers. So that is what I do with these. Yeah, and they've been really good. So for my next baby, I'll be buying these Nook Nature Sense bottles again. I have researched it and they do come in the glass variation, so I'll be purchasing those. These ones are the Nook First Choice bottles, I believe they're called. Now these bottles are also very good. This is a glass bottle and I think it sells for $20 for a glass bottle. So the price of this is the average price for a glass bottle, I would say. I think that this tea has been quite good for us. Lando has liked it, but the problem that I have with this is that when you fill it up with milk and you hold it this way, even with the slow flow tea, it squirts out. The other problem that I have with this bottle is that when you close it and you shake it, the top of the bottle doesn't match up to the teat. I don't know if you guys can see that, but basically when you shake it, the milk goes everywhere and leaks inside the cap. When you're a breastfeeding mom, any amount of milk is so precious, and so I really didn't like using these bottles in particular for breastfeeding because you would waste so much breast milk. So the third brand that I'm going to review is these Pigeon bottles. So I have the Pigeon flexible range here. Here's what the small one looks like and here's what the big one looks like. I hope that you guys can see that okay. And here is the Pigeon Soft Touch. I'm gonna start with the Pigeon Soft Touch. This is a bottle that's recommended universally by midwives and nurses, and I think OB-GYNs. People absolutely rave about this bottle. As far as reducing colic goes, I personally can't speak on that. I don't know what the effectiveness of this bottle is in terms of reducing colic. However, in terms of the bottle and preference for my son, I think that this is super overrated. I don't see what is so special about this bottle. Yes, this teat is wide and it does resemble a nipple, I guess, but so do most brands. I mean, I don't see the difference between that and something like this, which is much cheaper. So yeah, I think that this bottle is really overrated. And as far as the price goes, I mean, it's like $30 for a plastic bottle, which to me seems like a bit of a waste. So this is sort of like a 5 out of 10 for me. But again, it might be amazing for babies who are colicky, so I just can't speak on that behalf. The second range from Pigeon is this Pigeon flexible range. Now initially I got these bottles because they're super easy to hold for baby. So Orlando started to hold these bottles when he was about 6 months old, and they have been fantastic. They're really easy to grip on for the baby and for the baby to feed on them. So I do highly recommend these. I think that these are also really well priced. I think that they're about 16, 17 Australian dollars for a glass bottle. So that's been great for us. In terms of the tea, I don't know how other babies will adjust to this, but this is very thin. So I think that it would be really good to use for a newborn. The only problem that I have had with these ones in particular has been at daycare. And I've discovered that after frequent use of this, that these plastic bits crack. So that's kind of the only issue that I've had with these. And yeah, apart from that, they've been a great bottle. They've been really convenient for us. I have this one in a plastic form. I really don't like it. It's super soft, super rubbery. it reminds me of the Medela, the really cheap Medela bottles. So yeah, I don't like the plastic version of these, but I think that the glass version of these has been fantastic. Okay, so the next brand that I'm gonna review is the Phillips Advent range. Now, this is a really classic range, at least here in Australia. It's one of those kind of trusted brands, I suppose. Now, this is the plastic version. I've also got the glass version, which I'll review in a second. This plastic bottle is kind of like a solid 5 out of 10. It's a really great alternative that's cheap if you just need to grab something and you're at the supermarket. I think, like, I use these bottles in places where I don't care that this is gonna get lost or damaged. So daycare is a really good example of that. And yeah, it's kind of just an average bottle. There's nothing special to say about it. It is a simple, nice bottle. The next product is the Phillips Advent glass bottle. When you first, this one's a little bit worn out. It is quite old, but when you first get this bottle, it is fabulous. I just love the appearance of it. It is so simple and it looks kind of almost bougie on your kitchen bench. I love the aesthetic of this bottle. I just wish that Phillips improved on the actual design of this bottle. Now, I have had about 5 or 6 of these bottles. This is the first glass bottle that I ever bought and I was obsessed with it. Unfortunately, what happened is after using it a couple of times, it started to do this. As I'm twisting it, it doesn't stay on. And it's not an issue with the seal. I've looked this up. Other people have also had this issue. I actually think that this bottle needs to be discontinued because yeah, like, it's just been a waste of money, unfortunately. But yeah, it's happened to every single Advent bottle that I have. And unfortunately, I would have to give this like a 1 or a 2 out of 10 just for the really nice appearance of it. I really, really, really like this bottle, so I wish that they would fix this problem because yeah, it just makes it impossible to use. I don't even know why I have this because, like, it should just kind of be in the bin. I think I have this just to use as a spare bottle. Okay, so the next bottle that I'm gonna review is going to be this Tommy Tippee bottle. Now, Tommy Tippee, I believe, is a very old school brand. I'm not sure whether it is Australian or American, but it's pretty much everywhere here in Australia. Now, as far as a glass bottle goes, this one is the cheapest by far. I believe that I got these for about $28 for 2. So, you know, as far as value for money goes, this is a really affordable glass bottle. Now, when it comes to the shape of the bottle, it is a funnier shape. My son doesn't have trouble holding it, but it is a bit wider, so I would recommend maybe getting one of these and seeing if your child likes it before you get more, because it is a hit or miss in terms of the shape and how easily your baby can hold it if you plan on giving it to your baby to hold. But yeah, I would definitely think that this bottle is for a baby who's 6 months or older, just because of, yeah, the thickness of it and the really wide, large teat. So it's really similar to the, let me show you. It's really similar to the Phillips Advent teat. So it's quite wide. In terms of the quality of this bottle, I totally rate it. I think that it's a great bottle. I mean, the only thing I don't like about it is that this is really, really, see, I think you can even see here how easy it is for me to collapse this rubber. So this is definitely the worst quality rubber teat out of all of these bottles that you'll have to replace. However, the replacement of it is really, really cheap. So that's kind of the positive side of it. Okay, so in the next part of this video, I wanted to review water bottles. So this is the BBox bottle that everyone pretty much has. It's a weighted bottle, so there's like a little thing here that weighs it down so the baby can drink water from it. And they sell it pretty much in every supermarket, everywhere that they sell any baby bottles. Now, as far as the quality goes, I mean, it's just a plastic water bottle. For me, I don't feel safe using this, so I use it in moderation when my son is at daycare or where he's somewhere where he can just, drop a bottle and it's okay. So I only use this when, he's outdoors somewhere or I'm taking him out. What I use instead for a water bottle is this Cherub baby bottle. Now, this is glass. It comes with a glass sleeve and little handles. And it's essentially like between a sippy cup and a bottle. It's kind of strange, but I mean, the quality of this is fantastic. It comes with a rubber sleeve. It's around the same price as a normal glass bottle. And my son has no problem drinking from it. I definitely recommend this. In terms of ranking these bottles from favorite to least favorite for a baby that is 6 months or older, my favorite glass bottle is actually this Tippee bottle. It is the cheapest, and it also fits 4 scoops of formula in it. It's very durable, and I think that it's just a simple, good product. My least favorite, however, is this Avent bottle. I love the aesthetic of it. It's a shame because I really do think it's such a nice, bougie looking bottle. It's also fairly priced, but unfortunately this makes it that this bottle is unusable, and it leaks everywhere. So yeah, I highly recommend not buying one of these. The bottle that I would recommend if you have a newborn is most definitely this Nook bottle. I think it is the most underrated bottle ever. I love the teat. I love how wide it is, and yeah, it's just really nice to hold, and I also really like the overall appearance and aesthetic of this bottle. Hey you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Now remember, this information is intended to inform you and not overwhelm you. If you've liked this video, please like, subscribe, and comment down below, as this really helps to support my channel. And I'll see you next week. Bye.